Snowflakington here. And I'm here with my pal, Sammy the Socialist.
Oh, hi, everybody.
And we're back in the studio, and we're taking calls from all of the universe.
We're going to take a call now?
It looks like we've got a caller on the line. We've got a special caller calling in. Do we have you? Welcome to the Snowflakington program.
Howdy, Snowflake. This is Dr. Wilfred Wilson. My friends call me Snakes, but, well, you're not my friend, so you can call me Dr. Wilson.
Okay, Dr. Wilson, what is on your mind? What's bugging you today?
You know, you snowflakes are driving me nuts. You think you're all special and unique. You come up with this whole bag of bees for self-defense. I cornered the market on using exotic animals for self-defense years ago.
You did? What kind of exotic animals do you use for self-protection? I think it's a very unique idea. I should get a trophy, too.
No one gets trophies unless you win, and I won. My idea was to use snakes for self-defense. I even went to the University of Mumbai in India to get my doctorate in snakeology.
Snakes, can I call you Snakes? You said your friends call you Snakes, right, Snakes?
My friends do call me Snakes, but you are not my friend either, so you can also call me Dr. Wilson.
All right, thank you, Snakes. I was just curious if the snakes are dangerous.
Are snakes dangerous?
The ones you have.
Only in the hands of people who want to misuse them.
I don't think you're being very nice to the snakes.
Well, the snakes are not people. They are subhuman creatures that we can use for our own purposes and desires.
So, Dr. Snakes, can I just call you Dr. Snakes? It's sort of a blend between the formal and the informal.
Well, I guess so.
We're all friends here.
Kind of annoying me, but we'll go with it.
So, Dr. Snakes, I've got a question for you. What is the origins of the way of the tactical snake, so to speak? You say this has been around for a long time. This is the first I'm hearing of this.
It has. What I realized was that in some states, there are oppressive government regimes that do not allow people to carry firearms to protect themselves like good red-blooded Americans, like where I'm from in Texas. So I came up with a product as a way for these poor, helpless people to defend themselves. We call it Cobra in a Can.
Cobra in a can?
Cobra in a can. That's just, you definitely ripped off the bag of bees.
This is total theft and copyright infringement and something like that.
Unfortunately, if you might have done some research and applied some critical thinking, you would have known that this product has been around for a lot longer than yours. So if anyone is infringing on copyrights, it's me. And you know what? As a matter of fact, in this great American legal system we have, I think I might sue you, and it'll make me even richer.
Oh, pretty please don't sue me. I'm going to have to get a box of tissues and go into the crying room here at WFYL. Tell me you're not going to sue me, Dr. Snakes.
Well, this is a banner day. Anytime I can make a liberal cry, that just makes my day.
I'm going to take some bag of bees and throw them all over your snakes if you sue me.
Well, you could, but the snake skin kind of acts like armor. The bees would have no effect, and then I would just have my snake stick his poisonous fangs right into your skin.
Well, not our new personalized bees. You haven't heard about those. They're snake killers.
Special attack bees. We train them specifically to kill snakes.
Well, I'm willing to roll the dice, guys, and I'll bet it comes up snake eyes.
How about we set up a special match where we get together in what they call the OK Corral? I'll bring my bag of bees, you bring your stinking stupid Cobra in a can, and we could see who's the real man.
Sounds exciting.
Well, I think the OK Corral thing happened a while ago with some actual real good red-blooded Americans unlike yourselves, but I'm always down for a good throwdown.
Hey, red-blooded Americans, what is that even supposed to mean? You know, just because we understand that the rest of the world is better than America and that people shouldn't own guns and that you should only use a bag of bees against evil, stupid billionaire men doesn't mean that we're not American.
This is crazy, Snakes.
Well, there is where we disagree, sir. And despite the fact that I know you are absolutely wrong and your point could not be more ridiculous, unlike your side, I will still treat you with respect, even though we disagree.
Well, because you're treating with me with respect and you are a doctor. You are a doctor, aren't you?
I thought you weren't even our friend.
Doctor.
Well, I should have asked him whether he was a real doctor before I let him examine me. But Dr. Wilson...
Check it out on the Google machine. I have an SND. It's a doctorate in snakeology.
I'm sure you do. I don't want to offend you or insult you because I understand that people cry when they get insulted. So, Dr. Snakes, I have a question. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how to properly use tactical snakes and the cobra in a can?
Well, it's quite simple, frankly. Whenever you are just going about your business, doing good old American things, not bothering anybody, and somebody comes up and they wish to do you harm, you simply deploy the tactical snake. We have a couple models. You have the snake that you can carry in a holster, which gives you quick, rapid access. You grab it by the tail, and you just instruct it to strike at whatever the potential threat may be. Or you can use the cobra in a can, which is a little bit safer, although it does slightly delay the access to the snake. In that case, you have to peel the lid off the can, point the can at the potential offender, and as the angry snake flies out of the can, it attacks the person wishing to hurt you.
Now, Dr. Wilson, or Dr. Snakes, whatever you prefer to be called.
Well, I prefer to be called Dr. Wilson, so I still don't like you.
So I'll call you Dr. Snakes. So, Dr. Snakes, what happens when the bad guys get a hold of the cobra in a can and the tactical snakes? Then what do we do?
Well, fortunately, we also sell anti-venom. When you buy a tactical snake from us, we give you a vial of anti-venom. And what happens is if someone would, let's say, potentially use an attack snake on you, you just hit yourself with a little bit of anti-venom, kind of like one of them EpiPens, you're good to go. And you can just keep on fighting back.
Using your own tactical snakes.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
who else snake would you use but your own?
But shouldn't we have more tactical snake laws in this country? I mean, if you got to get a license to drive, shouldn't you have to have a license in order to get a tactical snake?
There should at least be some sort of background check.
You liberals are done trying to ruin this country. The only reason I had to invent this product was because you outlawed the guns that people use to defend themselves.
Yeah, but now the criminals are using tactical snakes.
Problem, you got some issues.
In the old days, all the bad people were using guns, so then we made them illegal and they all just went away and there was no more crime. And then you had to invent the stupid tactical snake, and now people are using tactical snakes for bad things, so we need to make those illegal too and all the crime will go away. So what I'm proposing right now is some just simple, common sense snake laws. I want everybody to participate in a tactical snake registry. If everybody will just go in and register their tactical snakes, I think that's perfectly reasonable.
Well, son, there's a couple of problems with that. Number one, I think you got your facts a little bit out of alignment. When the good guys gave up their guns, the bad guys just kept hurting the good guys even more frequently because the good guys couldn't defend themselves. And let me tell you what, boy, if you think for 1 second that I am going to any government office and showing them my snake and letting them register it, you got another thing coming.
Well, it sounds like you've put a lot of thought into this. It sounds very scary and crazy, and I feel a little bit concerned about the snake and all. But do you have semi-automatic snakes? Because it sounds kind of fun, too. Like, do you have multiple cans on your belt system there? Like, how does that work if there's multiple attackers?
Well, what we do is we have multiple chambers in the can. So if you feel like there's more than one attacker, you can open one chamber at a time while you're pointing the can in the direction of that bad guy. And then if there's another bad guy, you can just open another chamber in the can. Or what you can really do if you really want to be prepared is you can just open the whole can and let a bunch of snakes come out at the bad guy and just carry a couple of cans. I mean, I don't think there's any laws against carrying multiple packs of Cobra in a can like those are magazine restrictions that y'all put on firearms. So if you want to carry like 10 cans with 25 Cobras each, and you want to carry 250 Cobras around on your belt, well, then go for it.
So that's why I'm calling on all of the listeners of the Snowflakington program to write your congressman and ask them to institute a common sense Cobra in a can capacity ban. We want to restrict the capacity of Cobras that you can carry and the amount of chambers they can have in the can.
You boys are too much. I'll tell you what. You are a bunch of ridiculous people. That's absolutely outrageous. So first, no one can actually defend themselves with like a real self-defense tool. I come up with a plan B, and y'all want to run that out of business too. What happens if you're getting assaulted by a bunch of gang members all hopped up on LSD, and your 1 or 2 snakes ain't enough?
Well, you just sound like the people over at the NSA, the National Snake Association, and your lobbyists with your big money going to the government and pushing all your tactical snakes on people.
Yeah, most people don't want
Well,
snakes.
you know what? I got news for you, boy. I started the NSA because I made a bundle of money off of this, and I sleep on a mattress stuffed with $100 bills.
What's your address?
Why? So you can rob me just like all the other liberals?
No, we just think that it would be
Absolutely
fair for you to share, because in socialism, when people have a mattress filled with $100 bills, they just
Yeah.
share it with everybody else.
Right.
They just pay their fair share. That's all. We think that you need to pay your
That's
fair
the
share.
great thing about America, boys. There ain't no socialism around here. This is all my money. And I'll tell you what, if you come and you try to rob my house, I'll make you a deal. I'll give you my address.
I think all the
There's
listeners should get
snakes
part of
inside-
it, too.
There's some snakes inside the mattress with the $100 bills. If you're willing to roll the dice and take on the snakes that guard my money, you're more than welcome to.
Well, we'll probably go over tonight then, maybe? You want to go tonight?
I don't know. It sounds pretty scary. But Dr. Wilson, I think we should set up our match at the OK Corral, and we should donate all the money to charity. We'll be in touch with you about that shortly. I want to thank you very much.
If by charity you mean when my snake wins, I get all the money, then yes.
That doesn't sound like charity. You're an evil capitalist, aren't you?
You've never even been our friend the whole
I
time,
am.
Dr. Snakes.
Again, Dr. Wilson, you're not my friend.
Well, Dr. Wilson Snakes, I want to thank you for being on the
That's fair.
program. As much as we have differences, I understand that you're still a human being, and I want to commend you for calling us up.
Well, anytime you want someone on that has half a brain, give me a call.
Sure will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by today.
Y'all have a good night now.
Cobra in a can.
Howdy, everybody. Dr. Wilford Snakes Wilson here on behalf of Cobra in a Can. Do you live in a liberal cesspool where the criminals are running rampant and have no way to defend yourself because they've done outlawed firearms for law-abiding gun owners? Well, we've got the solution for you. Cobra in a Can. Whenever one of those dirtbags decides that they want to attack you or your family, you just bust out your Cobra in a can, open the can, and direct that there venomous cobra right at your attacker. And boys, let me tell you what, these snakes pack a punch. They are highly venomous, and I have never seen one of them fail to expand like one of them evil hollow point bullets that the government outlawed. Now, just remember, guys, there are other products like this. I'm not going to mention them by name, but just remember, don't ever bring a bee to a snake fight.
To get your own personal Cobras, call 1-800-COBRA in a can. Again, that's 1-800-COBRA-INACAN. Definitely way too many numbers this time, but trust us, it'll work. But wait, there's more. If you call in the next 15 minutes, we will send you a free bee-proof vest for your Cobra. This vest is 100% guaranteed to be sting resistant, but has not been tested. Operators are standing by. Cobra in a can.